As we continue on this journey towards crypto adoption, there will be many attempts to deter you from continuing and to steal your hard-earned crypto. You are now tuned in to ShookFocuz, and it is time.
Previously on ShookFocuz.
Said that they wanted to alert me on some suspicious activity that was going on with my Coinbase account. What you're looking at right here on the screen is what he sent me to get me to believe that he was actually a Coinbase employee. And he says he's from Coinbase, but everything he sent me is broken. Coinbase should not have a presentation like this, right? So I decided to go ahead and just try to solve this matter myself. I log in and I go and change my password. And so the guy comes back and he's like, hey, I'm ready to send you a new link. And so I told him, I said, well, I'm trying to figure out what we need to solve here, because at this point, you told me you blocked him from getting into my account, so he didn't get in.
It's time to shake the focus up. Sick of being sick and tired. Tell me if you had enough. Yeah, it's Shook's in the building now. We ain't missing nothing. We gon' catch him if they got a run.
What's good, y'all? Thanks for tuning in and welcome back to another episode. And we got to talk about this Coinbase stuff that's going on right now. Of course, on the news of Brian Brooks announcing that Coinbase is aiming to be people's primary financial institutions, which we already knew, aka their banks. But of course, on that news, now we get the Coinbase hacks and the Coinbase scammers galore. Go figure, right? But anyway, so our data that was leaked from that last Coinbase incident, I need to look into what the settlement was for that, because our data is clearly still out there. I got hit up double whammy today. They sent me a text message and an email. Text message reads, Coinbase, I'll get this on the screen for you, but Coinbase, your withdrawal code is blah, blah, blah. If this wasn't you, call us at 1-888-898-0653. And I also got sent an email today to go along with that. So hoping that they get you one way or the other, right? And if they get you both ways, you're really done. But let's take a look at the email here and then we'll talk about it. So I'll give you a way to distinguish that this is not the Coinbase email, but let's get into it. So I received this. Of course, we go down here. We want to see where it came from, right? No reply at info.coinbase.com. So they're spoofing this now. They're spoofing the Coinbase no reply address. Again, the spoofing emails is very, very common. So let's look at what else we can see on this email to help us get past it. So if I scroll down here a little bit, we can see it's saying you just received, right, 00001 link. Okay. Now, the formatting on this email is all wrong, but we're going to continue. So then down here, we can see this view transfer button. And if we hover over it, this is the giveaway right here on this email. You can see it wants to take us to com.coinbase.com, not coinbase.com, com.coinbase.com/CLO. So that's where it would like to take us. And then you see exchange.coinbase, right? So they got it all mixed up in here to try to make it look real. But you got spot and deposits and all of this stuff within the same URL. So that's, you're not doing a spot trade and a deposit in the same URL, right? So anyway, this is the biggest giveaway on this one right here. Just hovering over the link, we can see that. If we scroll down a little bit here, okay, we can see that this address formatting is also incorrect. So I'm going to show you what a real, and you have one of these yourself, right? You can go to your own email and check this. But let's just show you the background formatting for a real you have just received from Coinbase. So this is what a real you have just received looks like from Coinbase. Okay, so, and you can see it says view transaction, right? Not view transfer. And then also if we hover over this, you see it wants to take us to, right, HTTPS, secure communications, coinbase.com/accounts. Going to take me right to my account. not to com.coinbase.com/CLO, right? That's not where we want to be. And so they actually did a pretty good job on this portal. So let me see here. So you can see here, boom, it's taking me to com.coinbase.com. They even got a Cloudflare captcha in here, verify you're a human. So they want to make sure they robbing a real person and not a bot. Now, bad actors will do this because they would like to make sure that they're doing everything they can to avoid, automated detections and stuff like that. So we look at the bottom, but let's just go ahead and click verify you are human. Okay, so they had a captcha there. We verified, said success. All right, come on over here. You saw it blink. You saw it let me in without entering any credentials. It tried to take me in. Y'all saw that? It tried to take me into the account. So we can see this here. They got a little cookie banner set up down here, right? And it will actually take you to the Coinbase cookie policy. So they did good on that. Then if we dismiss, boom, okay. And so I'm messing around on a VM right now. So that's why I'm a little comfortable being clicky. They did a good job with this. So if I enter here, you can see here that it's actually going to give me an incorrect password, which is very interesting. So I'm going to hit continue. Okay, now it's telling me to sign in. If I hover forgot password, interesting, nothing showing up there. If I hit cancel sign in. So let's enter the incorrect password. Let's say okay, we'll enter test. I guess I can't spell test today. Test meme 1 2 3. Let's put a capital. Okay, we'll say continue. So let's see what happens. Yep, your email or password is incorrect. What happens if I say forgot password? Never. Okay, let me see this here. Continue. Very interesting. So they very interesting. All right, y'all. So I think I'm ready to go for the solve on what they're trying to do here. But before that, I wanted to show y'all these URL scan results. So urlscan.io is a free tool you can use. You can plug and play URLs that you think might be bad. You can do a private scan or a public scan. Public scan makes those results available to everybody else. I just did private to get through this one. But let's take a look at the screenshots that it was able to grab while it was testing, loading that URL for us. So if we look at screenshot number 1, not much to see here. I got these preloaded, but it's just a Coinbase. It's supposed to be Coinbase icon up there with the cookie banner at the bottom. Screenshot number 2 is actually where it got interesting, because this lets me know potentially where this bad actor or this attacker is trying to get at me from. And this is actually German that we see on our screen. So I ran a Google Translate here. You see it has auto detected it as German, and it knows that I would like to read it in English, which if this website was being initiated by Coinbase, it would also detect that I would like the English version of the website. But because this is not Coinbase doing this, and this is a threat actor, we get the German load of the website here. So again, y'all, this was a fake. This was a scam. This lines up with, if you saw the first Coinbase hacker video I did, I suspected that that was also a German-driven attack based on where the portal tried to take me to. So you can see they've changed their tactics up a little bit here. Rather than trying to take me to that capture portal that automatically gave away the location, they just attempted to log in and jack my credentials right away. So be on the lookout for this. Like I said, I received a text message earlier today as well. I'd be curious to see if I'm able to get a response on that, if that leads us to some more German capture portals or German load websites. So, well, actually, you know what? Let's have a little nerd fun. Let's spend a couple more minutes with this. So back over on URL scan, right? This is the URL. Let's check out this. So they're using IPv6, which for me is already kind of a sign that they own dirt. But come on over here. Okay, we can see these URL hits, and it could be trying to go to the legitimate Coinbase website. Again, we saw it kind of do a redirect on us. But look at these right here. So this is obviously like, what in the world is this? Open this up. New Coinbase Pro Dev. Like, what is? Okay, yeah, right. Let's check out this one too. This looked kind of interesting. So let's see this one. Can't even get a screenshot of that. That one's broken. So funny there. Yeah, the Coinbase Coinbase Pro login. Okay. Yeah, Google Safe Browsing is reporting it as malicious. So it's been reported malicious. That's a good sign that some other people have at least reported it. Looks like it was scanned from China, I think that is, CH, or is that Czech? I'm not sure how these URL scan abbreviations work, but scanned from another country. And then actually, since these URLs seem to be disappearing as I'm poking them, let's just go ahead and we can look at scan history. That's the beautiful thing about this. Let's pull that guy and let's pull that guy. So these are direct hits to the IP. And then we can see that there is an effective URL that's different. And the beautiful thing is we can see scan history. There we go. Now we see these burnt out domains. We can see them all here. www1 Coinbase, right? We click on this thing. I've burnt out domain. What was the other one that we clicked on here? Same thing. We can view history. Oh, look at these. We just came across these. I'm sure we're going to see a burnt out domain. Yep, forbidden. So that's what's going on, y'all. Protect your neck out here, man. Protect your crypto. That's all I have for y'all in this one. Until next time, don't get shook. Stay focused. And I'm out.